Chapter 4. Atmosphere, AIR. Like land and water, air is also significant for our life. We cannot exist in the absence of air. In fact, it is a basic source for our breathing system. Air is a mixture of various gases that surrounds the earth. We cannot perceive air when it is calm, but it can be felt when the air is in motion. This total mass of air surrounding our earth is known as the atmosphere. Composition of the atmosphere, a combination of various gases, makes up the atmosphere. About 78% of the total volume of air is nitrogen, about 21% is oxygen, and the remaining 1% comprises other gases like argon, carbon dioxide, ozone, hydrogen and helium. Heavier gases, like oxygen, are present in the lower layer of the atmosphere. Dust particles and water vapors are also present. In the lower layer, their amount varies from place to place as well as from time to time. Nitrogen is essential for the survival of plants. However, plants cannot absorb nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. Bacteria in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the atmosphere and change its form for the use of plants. Hitrange 764, oxygen 20.9%, argon gases 0.90%, other gases 0.17%. All animals and human beings inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen in a process called photosynthesis. Thus, a balance is maintained. By cutting trees, this balance gets disturbed, because less carbon dioxide can be absorbed than is released by living beings. Carbon dioxide is just 0.03% of the air. Burning of oil and coal increases the volume of carbon dioxide in the air and causes air pollution. Air pollution affects the Earth's climate and weather. Water vapor present in the air also plays a very important part in climatic changes. Layers of atmosphere. Our atmosphere has a layered structure, as the concentration of different gases varies with the height from the Earth's surface. The denser and the heavy gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. are found near the Earth's surface, while lighter gases are found at higher altitudes. Based on temperature, the atmosphere is divided vertically into 5 layers. These 5 layers are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Brief description of each layer is given below. 1. Troposphere. This layer is the lowest layer and is the closest to the Earth. It extends up to about 8 kilometers at the poles, to 18 kilometers at the equator, from the Earth's surface. It comprises of about 90% of the total air in the atmosphere. Because of the presence of dust particles and water vapor, all kinds of weather phenomena like clouds, storms, lightning, etc. occur in this sphere. The temperature in this layer decreases with increasing altitude. It decreases roughly at the rate of 1 degree Celsius per 165 meters of altitude. This rate of decrease is called normal lapse rate. During the day, the troposphere protects us from excessive heat of the sun, and during the night, it keeps the Earth's surface warm. At the tropopause, the upper limit of the troposphere, the general decrease in temperature stops, and from here the stratosphere begins. 2. Stratosphere. The stratosphere lies above the troposphere and extends up to an altitude of 50 kilometers. Dust particles and water vapor are not present in this layer. The air movement is almost horizontal. The temperature remains constant in the lower layer up to an altitude of 20 kilometers. Jet planes usually fly in the lower layer. Ozone, which protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun, is found in the upper stratosphere. The stratopause divides the stratosphere from the mesosphere. 3. Mesosphere. The mesosphere lies above the stratosphere and extends up to an altitude of 80 kilometers. In this layer, The temperature decreases with altitude and falls as low as -85 degrees. This is the coldest layer in the atmosphere. Meet the atmosphere from outer space, usually burn up in this sphere. 4. Thermosphere. This is the layer which lies above the mesosphere and extends up to an altitude of about 450 kilometers. Temperature rises rapidly with altitude in this layer and can reach more than 1500 degrees Celsius. The lower part of the thermosphere is called the ionosphere, where molecules of gases are electrically charged, known as ions. This sphere plays an important role in our communication. Radio waves can be sent to distant places through this layer. The density of air is very low in this sphere. 5. Exosphere. This is the outermost layer of the atmosphere. Its upper limit gradually merges with outer space. Its density is very low. Very light gases, like hydrogen and helium, are found here. Here, the temperature is very high and may reach up to 4500 degrees Celsius. Greenhouse effect. You must have often heard about greenhouse effect and global warming. A greenhouse is a glass room in which plants are grown. During the daytime, sunlight enters through the glass walls, which makes the inside of the greenhouse warm. At night, the same glass walls prevent the heat from escaping back. Thus, this helps to keep the greenhouse warm even during cold nights. Something like this also happens on the Earth. If all heat escaped from the Earth at night time, it would be very cold. However, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere traps heat from escaping, thus keeps the Earth warm at night time. This is known as greenhouse effect. However, when we burn coal and oil, the volume of carbon dioxide is increased in the atmosphere, which traps more heat, by which the Earth's temperature is increased. This increase in the Earth's temperature is called global warming. This problem is becoming more serious day by day because we have cut down trees which absorb carbon dioxide and have started to burn more coal and oil for our energy needs, producing more carbon dioxide. Importance of atmosphere. The atmosphere is a vital domain of the Earth by which life is sustained on this planet. The lower layer of the atmosphere has life-giving oxygen which we inhale. Nitrogen and carbon dioxide are needed by plants for their growth, as we get our food from plants. The atmosphere protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. The atmosphere acts like a greenhouse and thus controls the extremes of temperature during day and night. Many climatic phenomena take place due to the atmosphere, as it is responsible for change in weather and climate. The atmosphere also protects us from meteors and helps in our communication as sound waves travel in